Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Locke Vu from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Dr. Wong, faculty, parents, and guests, I welcome you to the commencement of the Oklahoma School of Science and Mathematics class of 2020. It is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Dan Little of Medill. Mr. Little received his undergraduate degree with honors from Harvard University and his Juris Doctorate degree from the University of Oklahoma Law School. His wife, Prudence, graduated first in their class, and Mr. Little served as the editor-in-chief of the Oklahoma Law Review and was selected as Outstanding Senior by the Oklahoma Bar Association. Still practicing law, the Little Law Firm is ranked in the top 5th percentile of all law firms in the nation. Mr. Little understands quality education and the impact that it can have on an individual. Going back to the lifelong influence of his Greek and English teacher at Thomas Jefferson High School in St. Louis, Missouri, Mr. Little is an avid reader. He reads Greek and other great works every day, including Shakespeare, Homer, Plato, the New Testament in Greek, and the Bible many times, as well as many other classic and recent works. Mr. Little believes in ancient Greek philosophy that body, mind, and soul are closely related to each other. In addition to daily reading for his mind and daily prayer and meditation for his soul, Mr. Little exercises every day. He has completed 204 marathons or ultra marathons, and in 3 Ironman triathlons of swimming 2.4 miles, biking 112 miles, and running 26.2 miles. Last year, at the age of 76, Mr. Little completed the World Marathon Challenge of running 7 full marathons on 7 continents in 7 days, breaking the record as the oldest finisher by 9 years. From its founding, Mr. Little believed OSSM could and should be the best academic high school in the nation, public or private. For the past 34 years, he has served as our first and only chairman of the Board of Trustees and has helped us achieve the highest levels of academic excellence in Oklahoma and the USA. Please join me in thanking Mr. Little for his devotion and commitment to OSSM. Mr. Little.
Locke, thank you very much for that introduction. You now all know that I am truly certifiable. Proud parents, grandparents, friends, thank you for having the courage, the foresight, and the unselfishness to send your sons and daughters to OSSM. Think about and imagine, just imagine the difference the OSSM experience has made to your sons and daughters now and in the future. This year, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I want to recognize a very special fellow board member. He has served on the board for 14 years, and I've just invited him, and he has accepted, to come on to the executive committee. Now, you all know him as a faculty member. Would you help me to recognize Ron Shore? Members of the class of 2020, you have now successfully completed 22 months. How do we measure this one? A very rigorous, demanding, and intense academic study in the awesome pressure cooker of never having enough time to meet all demands. Thank you for having done so with honor and distinction to yourselves, to our school, your families, and our state. You have also become part of, hopefully, the one and only historic class of the COVID-19. Unlike any class we've had before, and hopefully never again. Much more important than the information you have learned, even more important than learning to study and to think, the awesome experience has helped you to develop your courage, your determination, and your perseverance, and given you lifelong friendships. And now, as you scatter across Oklahoma, our nation, and the world, it will be your courage, determination, and perseverance which will serve you best, and your friendships which you will remember most. As Will Rogers said, never forget where you are from. And you, and each of you, are from the 2020 class of the Oklahoma School of Science and Mathematics. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kevin Thomas, and I'm from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Today, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you our beloved OSSM President, Dr. Frank Wong. Dr. Wong grew up in upstate New York with his parents, younger brother, and younger sister. His father was a professor at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. In the summer following his sophomore year of high school, Dr. Wong's father told him that he had accepted a position at the University of Oklahoma and that his family would be moving to this state. Like any uprooted high schooler, Dr. Wong perceived this as terrible news and assured himself that he would find a way to leave Oklahoma as soon as possible. Two key people, however, changed Dr. Wong's mind when he arrived in Oklahoma. He met retired Air Force test pilot and decorated combat veteran John Saxon and Norman high school math teacher Dr. David Drennan. John Saxon later founded a textbook publishing company called Saxon Publishers, and Dr. Drennan went on to help found the Oklahoma School of Science and Mathematics. Dr. Wong continued on his remarkable academic journey, receiving his bachelor's degree from Princeton University and his doctorate in pure mathematics from MIT. After completing his education, Dr. Wong returned to Oklahoma in 1994 to run Saxon Publishers as president and CEO. Under his leadership, Saxon Publishers grew to become a major textbook publisher with 250 employees and annual sales of $100 million. In 2003, Dr. Wong left his position as chairman of Saxon Publishers to pursue his lifelong dream of becoming a classroom teacher. He began teaching math courses at OSSM and at the University of Oklahoma before finally becoming president of OSSM in 2013. Dr. Wong continues to prove his dedication to the students of OSSM every day by teaching math courses, holding regular tutoring sessions, and providing emotional support in the form of food. So please join me in giving a warm welcome to the man that gets us late night donuts and dresses up as Santa Claus for Christmas, Dr. Frank Wong.
Well, I'm here to make some special announcements, and first to recognize a very, very important group of people, our Parents Association, and without the love and support of our parents, your children would not be sitting here today as graduates of the Oklahoma School of Science and Math. So I'd like to recognize the following leadership of the Parents Association, so please rise and be recognized. We have the president of the Parents Association, Petya Stefanoff. We have the vice president of the Parents Association, Kathleen Martin. We have, as treasurer of the Parents Association and husband of Kathleen Martin, Bill Martin. And we have as secretary, Suji Jayasekar. Please stand and be recognized. And we have as the fine arts coordinator, Karen Chopra. And we have as the events coordinator, Natalia Smith. And finally, last but not least, we have as a senior delegate, Daniel Monahan. So will you could all please rise to be recognized. And I have some special recognitions to make. I will ask students simply to stand when to be recognized. I should mention that the number of awards and honors that our students receive would take about 2 hours to go through. So our annual awards assembly rivals that in length of the Academy Awards. But we do have a few awards here today. I have some plaques. I have various plaques here, so after the graduation, please come and pick up your plaque. But in the interest of time, I'm simply going to read the honors and ask the students to stand. So we have first Matt Carroll. Matt Carroll, if you can stand, he is the winner of the Bill Turpin Memorial Award for Outstanding Senior Humanities Student, and also the recipient of a Computer Science Scholarship. So Matt, congratulations. And we have as the winner of the Dorothy A. Dodd Humanities Prize for the top humanities students. So Dr. Dodd was one of our inaugural faculty members and retired, I think, back in 2015. The winner of that award is Ruth Ann Dunn. Ruth Ann Dunn. Okay, and we also now have as the winner of the Trollstra Physics Prize and also the winner of the Ralph Spencer Service Award from the OSSM Alumni Association. I should mention the Trollstra Prize is a significant one because it comes with money. And so when Dr. Trollstra retired from OSSM, his daughter donated $10,000 to the school to establish a scholarship. And then Dr. Trollstra came back, drove his car, I think he's from North Carolina, drove his car and told me, he said, Dr. Wong, I have an important announcement to make, but I want to announce it in person. And he got up at a special reunion that we had because of his return and announced that he was going to add in of his own money $40,000 to increase the prize to $50,000. Well, that's the endowment. That's not the prize. So the prize is the income from that. So Daniel Huffman will get a nice size check as the Trollstra winner. So Daniel Huffman, congratulations. And then we have as the winner of the Charles M. Roberts Chemistry Award. Dr. Roberts was a longtime chemistry professor at Oklahoma School of Science and Math and passed away prematurely, an untimely passing in his family established in his honor with an endowment of $10,000, a prize to honor his memory, and the winner of that award is Alex Lynn. So Alex Lynn, if you can stand and be recognized. And finally, we have a plaque for Aaron Schreier, who is one of the top 20 students in the U.S. Chemistry Olympiad, and because he was selected among the top 20 scorers on the American Chemical Society test, he went to a training camp at the U.S. Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, and so as one of the top 20 members, he gets a special plaque, and Dr. Rahman, his professor, personally gave him a cash prize that I think he should have already received by now. So, Aaron, if you could stand and be recognized. Very good, thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Srija Naguri and I will be attending the University of Oklahoma to major in microbiology and minor in Spanish. It is with great pleasure that I introduce you all to the OSSM Class of 2020 student speakers, Adarsh Cannell from UConn and Sam Bird from Edmond. Both Adarsh and Sam have been voted as the student speakers in an all-class vote. In the fall, both Adarsh and Sam will be attending the University of Oklahoma, where Adarsh will major in chemical biosciences and Sam will double major in computer science and mathematics. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to OSSM Class of 2020's student speaker, Adarsh Cannell and Sam Bird.
Good evening, faculty, professors, family, friends, and the class of 2020. First and foremost, I would like to give the glory and honor to the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit for grace and mercy, which I am desperately in need of. I know the circumstances today are by no means ideal. As Americans and as students, we are living in one of the toughest times in our recent history. And this pandemic has suddenly halted the end of our time here at this school. This mask that I am wearing right now is a symbol of the struggles we all face today. But we have all faced struggles before, especially in our time here at OSSM. One Bible verse that has stood out to me these last 2 years has been Isaiah chapter 29, verse 11, which says, "For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." This verse has helped me through moments of uncertainty and pain, and has given me hope to see through all the way to graduation. And now it has finally happened. Throughout my time here in this school, I have learned the power of hard work, of hope in the midst of the worst of circumstances, and the power of love, forgiveness, and hope for reconciliation, no matter what the situation is or what other people do. One of my favorite mottos from my roommate Sahir is, "It is what it is." You know, it's in the realization of the circumstances that we're in where we can truly grow. I think that's what kept pushing me and everyone forward to this very day. Second, I would like to thank my wonderful parents. They have been the motivators and support system for me these last 2 years and throughout my entire life, and have shown me the importance of developing a strong work ethic in my pursuit of higher education. As true examples of what it means to follow Christ, they have helped me through all my breakdowns, personal struggles, and moments of uncertainty. I know that they have graciously put up with me all the times that I injured myself and would go on rants during junior year. I can't even express my gratitude to my parents for all the times they have checked up on me from their work or came to the school frequently to give me a home-cooked meal for dinner. Appa, Amma, this has happened so many times that when either of you come into the fishbowl, Miss Hyde always knew that I had either forgotten something or was getting something to eat. I can only hope that this will be the same in college. Nevertheless, I am so blessed to have you two as my parents. Now, class of 2020, we have done it. We have survived OSSM and have reached the finish line. Not even the coronavirus pandemic could stop us from reaching this momentous occasion. From late night study sessions and binging on ramen, to study time, to multiple 3-hour Saturday tests, and to 4 semesters of our rigorous and stressful finals weeks, I truly see you guys not as just a group of friends, but as family. As a family, we have gone through the struggles of OSSM together, have grown as individuals, and have made our mark in the school. I still remember receiving my first 6 weeks grades and responding something like this: "Yikes, well, I got some work to do." But I knew most people responded the same way. We all came in the same boat. And now, while we're attending different colleges, we're also leaving in the same boat, as young men and women who have gone through the OSSM experience. We might have taken a lot of L's, from shedding tears on E&M tests, to losing friends and classmates, but we became even stronger to be able to see this day. In these last 2 years, we have become a historic class. From being the first junior class, to having Wi-Fi in the residence hall, to ending with the coronavirus pandemic, dashing our hopes at a normal graduation and ending to our senior year, we truly will go down in OSSM history. I would like everyone to reflect back on their last 2 years here and see how beneficial OSSM has been for each and every one of us. I firmly believe that this school has prepared us for college and beyond. The professors here have truly invested their time and effort in us from the moment we first walked into the MAC. They have pushed us to work hard and to learn from our mistakes each and every single day. I would like to especially thank Dr. Wong for all the math prep sessions and Chinese food before Saturday tests. To all the residential staff, especially Ms. Hyatt, I would like to thank you for being our fathers and mothers and guiding us to become responsible adults in our time here. Again, class of 2020, we made it. We might miss all the Thunder games, Wednesday assemblies, and fine arts performances, but it was all worth it in the end to have this once-in-a-lifetime experience. Thank you all for the memories we have created here. I have no doubt, as we move on out from here, we will change the world. To close, OSSM class of 2020, we made it. I love you all. Congratulations.
Hi. We did it. It might have been the most 2 difficult years of our lives, but we did it. I'm proud of all of you guys here today in the audience for making it, and all of those who could make it. Graduation is a pretty big milestone in a person's life. You have 4 years of high school where you're studying super hard, but then you finally get the diploma and all becomes worth it. For us, those final 2 years felt like a decade. I don't think you can see it under the cap, but I definitely have a few more gray hairs than I came in here with. But from what felt like a decade of OSSM's rigorous academic environment, I've obtained a life's worth of experience and memories. For each one of the students here in OSSM's class of 2020, I could definitely recall a few stories about us. For example, my friend Anthony in the chemistry lab accidentally set a paper towel on fire and caused an asthma attack, or the time that the chemistry reaction started spewing brown fumes. Still don't know what it was. But the point being is, each and every one of us here have learned through trial and error. It's that type of family-like bond that can only be created after countless nights studying for Saturday tests, shower karaoke nights, and learning to adapt to whatever environment that we need to be faced with, including one without our laptops. Could I have developed these friendships at any other school? No. Because you just aren't living with them 24/7. That's what makes OSSM so special and frankly bearable. The people probably would have been long gone without them here. Also, speaking of family, we cannot forget our families at home. At OSSM, it was a unique experience for us, so it must have also been a unique experience for them. Living without us must have also felt weird, seeing that empty bedroom every single week. Did they like the extra peace and quiet in the house? I can't really answer that question, but yes. So yes, let's take a second to thank all the parents in the room. Without them, none of us would be here, especially those who get driven to and from OSSM. But this is where we say farewell to the end of one journey and hello to the beginning of another journey. As much as I hate to say it after OSSM, we'll all be parting ways for a bit. Not all of us will, some of us will stay in touch. As much as I hate to say it, sorry, I'm great at speeches. But if the quote, "It's the journey that counts, not the destination," doesn't apply here, I don't know when it does. I wish you all the best in future endeavors. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ruth Ann Dunn from Edmond, Oklahoma, and this evening I have the pleasure of introducing Mrs. Valerie Hyatt, OSSM's Residence Hall Director. She has a BS in elementary education and is working on her master's in educational leadership. Before joining us at OSSM, where she has been for 2 years, Mrs. Hyatt taught math and science in the Oklahoma public school system. She was also heavily involved in residence life at Oklahoma State University during her undergraduate career. We know her by many names and roles, whether that's as a floor parent, fishbowl auntie, or mom away from home. But regardless, she has made a lasting impact on each and every one of us. Of all the things that come to my mind when I think of Mrs. Hyatt, it all boils down to the fact that she's always there for us, and she really, truly loves us. It shows when she tells us to have a good day as we're leaving the dorms each morning, when she drops everything to hear what's going on in our lives and give advice. And it shows in all the hard work she puts in to make sure our OSSM experience is the best it could possibly be. Our time at OSSM was brighter because of her love and dedication. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Mrs. Valerie Hyatt.
Good evening. Thank you, Ruth Ann, for your kind introduction. The academic program at Oklahoma School of Science and Mathematics is one of the most demanding in the nation. During their 2 years with us, our students not only carry a credit load that would require 3 years in many secondary schools, but they also meet the challenge of courses that are taught at the university level. Our graduation requirements include 4 semesters each of literature and history, 4 semesters of mathematics with at least 2 semesters of calculus, 3 semesters of physics, including 2 semesters of calculus-based physics, which are mechanics and E&M, 2 semesters of biology and chemistry, 1 semester of computer science, 2 semesters of mathematics or science electives, 4 semesters of foreign language, 4 semesters of physical education, and 2 semesters of fine arts. It is my honor tonight to announce the names of the class of 2020. As Ruth Ann said, I came to OSSM 2 years ago. So this is the class that I came to OSSM with, and they all mean a lot to me. So thank you for sharing your children with me. If you will stand, please. Kevin Thomas. Arab Azim. Caitlin Lee. Sarija Naguri. Annika Patel. Ruth Ann Dunn. Locke Vu. Glenn McCormick. Karen Phillip. Victoria Mamadova. Indrakshi Tawari. Quinn Cow. Kanal Patel. Adarsh Kanal. Carson Bollinger. Sam Bird. Michael Shannon. Ahmed Hassan. Alex Lynn. Bara Kalani. Daniel Monahan. Neil Chopra. Edwin Dean. Matt Carroll. David Stefanoff. Win New Win. Erica Win. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. Sorry. Umar Sandhu. Saad Anwar. Serena Jeffers. Nivedita J. Shaker. Elena Liebel. Nam Nguyen. In spirit, Hambyo Khan and Jenny Nguyen. Samantha Roberts. Maisie Rainey. Amy Brooks. Sarah Karamitis. Sophia Horner. Hylan Kwan. Courtney Bohannon. Sophie Patrock. Anu B.A. Grace Jane. Annika Beckham. Cindy Lee. Grace Wu. Jess Martin. Sam Roach. Sahir Varani. Yvonne Dosif. David Suh. Daniel Huffman. Pao Song. Jolie Ma. Helen Dye. Tracy Redwine. Winnie Chin. Luke Jung. Anthony Nguyen. August Lambari. students that are not present today are Alex Steimer, Aaron Shu, David Bond, Julia Waugh, Joshua Lee, Sadie Manicombe, and Levi Clements. Mr. Little and members of the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of our faculty, Dr. Wong, and I certify that the students assembled before you have met, in many cases, far exceeded our graduation requirements. They are entitled to be granted their diplomas at this time. Students, ladies and gentlemen, I present the graduates of the Oklahoma School of Science and Mathematics of 2020. Graduates, you may move your tassels.
Well, I'm going to keep my remarks mercifully short, just a minute or two, because this gown that I'm wearing is quite heavy. And so I just asked our students to remember the community of people, your parents and your teachers, your neighbors and your friends who have so earnestly invested in your education, and ask you to find ways of giving back. We would love to have you join us at Oklahoma School of Science and Math as our faculty, our administrators, or at the institutions and agencies and companies all over Oklahoma. So I know that you all will be successful because you are hardworking and bright and ambitious young people. And so I ask that when you achieve that success, to remember all those who were part of your journey and look for ways of giving back to the community. And so with this simple message, I bid you, OSSM's class of 2020, Godspeed. Thank you.
거 아니야. 너무 웃기지 않냐, 쟤? 네.
Doing good?
Yeah. Getting ready for the school year to start.
Good summer so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those weird summers, so.
It has been a weird summer. Summer starts tomorrow. It's graduation. It's the end of the school year, and then summer starts out.
Oh, yeah. We get like 4 days of
Yeah,
summer.
you guys get 4 days summer and enjoy it.
I'll enjoy it for sure.
But you guys come and pick up your books
Yeah. Are you going
tomorrow or
I'm going Sunday. Sunday? Okay.
Probably see you guys if you guys are going away.
I haven't signed up yet. Probably should.
Probably should. I know the break the next week. You want to make it easier on yourself forever.
Yeah, we get everybody. I'm going to ask if she'll take our picture.
But I'll probably see you Saturday or Sunday.
Sounds good.
We're trying to figure out if
Nice talking to you. Hey, Mr. Gill.
Study hard.